Right. I'm back. So you were able to hear me, so I'm happy about that. I'm about to go ahead and shuffle the cards. So it's message out us for us, for me. I like to always turn the cards over. All of them go in the appropriate way. That way, if any reversals happen, then I truly, truly feel as if that is spirit speaking. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. So yes, you guys, I want to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining me. I am the Pretty Coach Oracles. Okay, I am also the Pretty Coach. This is my spiritual divination channel. The Pretty Coach, I have like a spiritual coaching business, okay, specifically for women, women who have experienced sexual abuse, most notably, and it affects their confidence and it affected their voice, things like that. I'm called to these ladies, but I know I can deal with whomever. All right. So, guys, we're rising in our power. I'm seeing the Divine Feminine card, angelic assistance. So, like I was telling you, I would like to stop for a moment. I have been getting a lot of messages lately about basically our level of style. You guys could have even heard that song, or when you hear that song, it can be activating. It can be triggering for you in a myriad of ways. Okay, but anyway, just getting tons of messages over and over and over again, repeating something that I do feel like God already told me about myself last year sometime in 2024. So with that being said, you guys, I have to say that I just feel like this message is coming in like rain that's blowing to the side, going from the right to the left, or whatever way it's going. But that's what it's feeling like. Like this message is meant to hit. It's meant to hit because it's happening. So with this safety, structure, knowledge, care. These are words that are back of the that create my last job. My last job is the job of let go of to pursue what I'm doing. That's changing. Um, because I am here to provide safety, structure, knowledge, and care for the collective, it's been something that I feel that on my lower timeline, I have not had with myself in my own way. Outwardly, I feel, but within, it was being built within me. And I always carried the energy. So it had to be like things had to be pulled. It was this treasure hiding deeply under something. So me, and so because of that, this video is going to minister to a lot of the same things that you are going through and have been through. And this is the appointed time for such to happen. The number 4 is important because that is the number of establishment. Okay, structure. The sign of Virgo is significant, so I think it's absolute. Look at this, death, change is coming, guys. Change is coming. It's so beautiful. So a shift is here for those of us that this message is in regards to. So let's hop into it for real. So I was starting off by saying this was going to be some behind the scenes footage as well as the actual reading. So, this is going to probably be a little lengthy, but for those who like deeper, detailed messages, who are practicing patience or have mastered patience, you are going to want to hear this. I just feel like somehow it's about to be very healing for you, as in confirming. It's going to activate you, okay? That's what I feel. I feel bold enough to say this, like, which for me, even as a Gemini, excuse me, even as a Leo sun, Leo moon, according to the way that I express myself in this incarnation, tropical astrology, Western astrology, I am a Leo sun and moon. I should be bold, but according to Vedic astrology, and which is my core, I feel my soul, the inner person, that spirit behind, the robot, the genius, that is Cancer sun and Cancer moon. So I've got fire and water elements in major placements of my chart, and my rising signs are both air and earth. All right. Whew, we about clarity around this bitch. Clarity around this bitch. This is a part of what my ministry, what my purpose is for. I have felt as if I have suffered with the idea of clarity, when really, as a person with the placements like what I have, I am extremely clear. And whenever I am unclear, because maybe there are too many other messages coming in at the same time, I am taught and I am aware of how to tune in, how to just reach out and change the station until I'm on the frequency that's inside of me. Listen, you two are gifted in this way. So with that being said, even though it has felt as if the channels have not been clear, because there were too many voices in whatever way that can show up and mean for you, there were too many voices. Now you have had to get to yourself. You have had to, mommy, I'm gonna put you in your little your bassinet if you cut up, babes. Because it was like that, you have had to go through so many lessons that always got you back to yourself alone, or feeling like you were alone, so that you could recognize your own voice. Okay? The number 5 is here. That can be significant. It could be a birth date, the day of the week, your favorite number. I don't know. Your life path number. But the point I'm making is the number 5 is here. It is a card for me that always radiates change. Like the death energy, change. Okay, so that's that card. Spirit, is there anything more? Guys, we're guides and we are being guided with the illuminated path. Setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. This is what some of us are doing. Again, like I was saying, how we've been taken through a series of cycles, a series of life lessons that continue to teach us, to arm us for the spiritual battle that we are always part of, which doesn't have to look like fighting at all. In fact, it can sometimes look like love, lust, us having our desires met, us experiencing the goodness. But it can also look like hurt, ignorance, death. This is a lot of cards. I don't know if I want to take all these. I might just take this one. Anyway, I think I'm going to make the others honorable mentions. But here is healing the heart, the power of self-love. This is what we ultimately have had to learn on so many different wavelengths. So the wavelengths were different dialects or different perspectives of this information here that would heal the heart, which is the mind. We have had to learn so many lessons about that makes us really strong, wise, precise. You may have even felt like you were slow because you've had to go through these things so many times. And really, there's a part inside of you that always chose it. And you always knew that you were choosing it, but you knew why you were choosing it. It was to strengthen you. It was like you were already an AP scholar in English or math or whatever your science. And yet, and still, you took tutoring just to stay brushed up on your skills. I am describing for some of us our higher and lower nature, our higher and lower selves. They're not enemies. They work on the same team. Honorable mentions, we have the divine feminine magnetic receptive power. See, this is what Spirit was telling me at the beginning of the year that I needed to be resting in. But I was having such a hard time because of too many voices. Because of too many voices. Whether that is people actually in your family, whether that's societal voices telling us what we should be like, what we should be doing around the same time, like, those types of voices too. It was drowning out our own, because you can hear real good. And you heard that you were here for something monumental. And it felt like you couldn't necessarily be tied down. That's what it felt like. It gave a little bit like you had to learn so much about different aspects of this life that you were like a jack of all trades, a Jill of all trades. You almost thought yourself in a way like a punk. You almost thought that you was playing. You almost thought you were a bum. You almost thought, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Whole time you walking around here with the frequency of wealth in your growing, in your loins, I felt like saying, in your womb, traveling up all of the oh my God, all of the chakral points, I'll say. Sacred chakras, that's what I was trying to say. To be aligned for precision and healing. Here you were comparing yourself to others who didn't even have the same mantle as you. They weren't even on the same rank as you in this army. They weren't in the same class as you. What you look like, looking to the right and to the left. A black truck is significant, black and silver, Scorpio energy. That's my person driving back up. All right, triggering. All right, setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. This could be something that we have had to learn through relationships, okay? All of them. That's the number 30. And this is the number 7. This is significant. The healing heart is 27, which is the number 9. 30 is the number 3. 21 is the number 3. So 33 is important. That's self-mastery. The number 9 is significant. And the number 7. Let's move on. Those were the honorable mentions. And at the bottom of the deck, wings of light, becoming something new. This is the energy that we are in, okay? This is the energy that we are in. I am in. I claim this message for myself. As I look at the bottom of this deck, I see the death card. That's becoming something new. That's that change. That's transformation energy. Somebody could physically pass, okay, but it doesn't have to be that. It could also be a renewal of your mind, a renewal of body and spirit. It could be that too. I see at the bottom of this deck the 6 of Cups. So some type of nostalgia here could be significant. Past memories, happy feelings, childhood, both trauma and or childhood joy, okay? And then bringing it to just the present, anything worth remembering, nirvana, peace of mind, okay? All right. First card out of this deck, I have the Page of Wands, but in reverse. So I don't know if we are leaving behind a message here. I don't know if this could be the energy of someone who passes, or the energy is no longer as strong. Could be a child. Okay, there could be some type of delay, if not some physical death. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius there, okay? I'm looking at the bottom. I saw the World card. There's some type of completion. So maybe just, there could also be an energy of just being a novice, being at the beginning point of something, okay? So that could be over. I feel like that could also do with initiation, even though aces are initiation. He letting y'all know he in the building. You did it, baby. I seen your ass. I don't know. It may be very angry sometimes. I'm just saying. Five of Wands. We got the Five of Wands. That's another five. Thank you, baby. That's a five. Which we talked about change, right? The energy of change. This pentagram is it's protection. It's also skill. Intuition is here. It's ritual. Mm-hmm. What's that, baby? Yeah, I do. I see earth energy showing up and fire, earth and fire. So some type of action being established, some type of even idea being taking it's gonna be in foundation. The death energy is here though. Ancestral protection is here, babes. Heavy, 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 heavy. Oh, this is not the Five of Pentacles. I hope I didn't say that. But anyways, this is the Five of Wands. If I did, the Five of Wands. So I had to have believed it was the Pentacles for me to talk about any earth energy. It's all fire right here. So this is a lot of action here showing up. A lot of um moves or bare minimum thoughts about moves being made. But when we look at this, when we're talking about wands, that is communication first and foremost. So the communication is going to be about what we doing. What are we doing to make moves? What are we doing to make changes? What ideas do we have? What is the spirit telling us? All right, let's do another card. I see the Eight of Swords. I hate to see this card, but knowing what I know and in the reasoning behind why we do this, those of us connected to this message, it's because you have to know what it feels like, or you have to believe that you know what it feels like to feel stuck, so that you can understand the blessing, the massive amount of grace and wealth you have to always be able to go back to a place of clarity when you after feeling stuck, after feeling like you don't know what to do. And not only that, but knowing the whole time it was always in your grasp, it was always in your power, because it was in your mind that you believed that report, which don't gotta be true, and yet it can be true. We also at the bottom of the deck we have the star. This is big stuff. Like, I feel like whoever this is, you guys, in whatever way you show up in this guide position, whatever way you show up, okay, with helping to heal people through their hearts, which is also their mind spaces. Energy and motion is going to always affect the heart. Absolutely, baby. I had to. I had to. I couldn't cook without cleaning the kitchen first. Okay. I got the star. Aquarius energy is shining right here. Okay. This is healing. This is being a healed version of yourself. So congratulations. Congratulations, babe. That's Aquarius energy, if I did not say that. Underneath that, I see the Justice card. Listen, listen, listen. This level up is your birthright. This level up is the truth for you. This is yours. If there was a court of law, if you were on trial something, and we were in our own way, like if you were on trial, if this was a mediation meeting to figure out who got what from the trust, okay, or who got what from some type of suit, or this is inheritance energy too. Like I said with that one of these cards, I feel like inheritance is here. So in the spiritual court, yeah, it's your time and you're winning. Some of you guys, the way that this protection can come in is literally through winning a lawsuit, winning some type of settlement, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, I see the Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you, energetically, motion, listen. But I also feel like this is also somebody leaving a way of life, leaving a lifestyle, with the Four of Swords following that. Let me sit down. Let me sit that down. Let me sit that down. Let's hop right on into clarifying. All right, Spirit, I'm going to go from right to left now. So now we're going to start at this Eight of Swords, at this place where some of us at one point in time felt stuck. like just as it is, I could believe and I could, based upon this without bringing to intuition, I could feel like what it's saying is that some of us are going to be stuck because maybe of a lack of inspiration, a lack of maybe. What, baby? What did you say? I thought that earlier today too. That's so funny. Anywho, let's hop into it. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Spirit, most high, I see the Four of Wands. This is about establishment of foundation. This is about even whether it's social community that's real or whether it is your partner, a life partner, business partner. This is about collaborating together, building something strong. Okay? Starting to in our mind. They felt like they were really the odds of being a person who will over so many different thoughts and possibilities over and over again. To me, you can be a genius or you can be mad. Crazy. In the head. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. You can be crazy or you can come across like crazy. Other than that, you're telling me a chance to get me not afraid, not ashamed about your mind first. Don't be afraid to be ashamed of how your mind works because your mind works way that it does is your protection. They have been your protection. You have a you know, some you watch that, you drawn to that, I've been drawn to that, I've been down, but I have watched the episode and love this thing. You know, you know that true. I'm like, get that the overall message behind that is much. You have a fascination with mind as well. You have a fascination with how people's minds work. Your mind, why my way? I didn't think about this way. The questions that I'm kind of like bad when you bad. You guys just like I knew what I just said. And as to in a mental, okay, work the hands, your hands are your hand, you have it for you. And yes, these are amazing. Don't know what that is, but you're in here. The physical, it looks like it's an hour. Okay, I feel like I'm talking about coming in, like there's gonna be something to be new, but you are going to come in. It's like you're gonna be unfair. get you mindset at the Pentacles.